YouTube, what's going on right now? It is a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, about 80 degrees and sunny. So we're outside getting some sun right now this morning. I'm trying to fix the sleep schedule a little bit. I just be waking up too late some days because most days I want to wake up early so I have time to go to the gym and then come home and edit the video before I go to work. And work starts at 10 or 11 in the morning, you know. So I do have the time to do it. I don't like waking up late in the day, especially because going to the gym early in the morning is actually a better idea for me because it is less busy, so it gives me a better chance to get some different angles and stuff like that with like less people around, you know. So sorry, right now I'm looking for, there was a dog just sitting on top of the fence earlier. So basically I did 10 minutes of walking. I set a timer at 10 minutes of walking. No looking at my phone or nothing like that, and I wasn't making a video. I was just doing 10 minutes of walking first. And then once that timer hit, I turned around, and now, you know, obviously I'm making the video, but trying to use my phone less in the morning, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, I'm just trying to get up and create a better sleep schedule that is more conducive to what I actually want to do. So, you know, I'm actually reaching some more goals of what I want to do, who I want to be, sort of thing. So, and that leads me closer into what we're talking about today. You know, like I'm trying to build these habits because these used to be actual habits: to wake up early, go to the gym, and then go back home, edit the video, and make breakfast before I leave for work, you know? Like, those used to be actual things that I did, but somewhere along the way I lost that. And the way that I lost that was compromising too much throughout these times to where it just became a regular thing of just like, oh yeah, just wake up late, you know? Like, I got 5 more minutes, and then 5 more minutes turns into 10 turns into 30, and then suddenly I barely have enough time to even go to the gym before I go to work, you know? And it's simply just because over time, I made these small compromises that just turned into bigger compromises. It just broke down what I had built up to at some point, you know? And I think that goes for a lot of things, not just the damn sleep schedule, you know what I'm saying? It goes with when you choose to go to the gym. If you're like, oh, you know what, you know, I could skip today, especially if the gym is like not your thing, but you have to go to the gym for your health and your betterment, but it's not something that you are particularly in love with, then look, if you're going to the gym and that's the case, more power to you. I love that. That's awesome. And I couldn't imagine, you know, forcing myself to go to the gym when it's not something I truly love to do. I love to work out. That's my thing, you know? So, for the people that go to the gym for the betterment of themselves, even though they hate it, they don't enjoy it, hey, you guys are strong, man. You guys are strong, all right? So, yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, you're like, I'm gonna just skip the gym today. I hit it tomorrow. But the chances that you hit it tomorrow on a rest day, on a day that was normally a rest day, are very low. The chances that you have a makeup day in the gym continuously go down the more you push off the gym. And it's those little compromises right there that turn it into a sort of thing where, okay, well, you know, I do work out Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, rest Friday. But like, you know, what if I just moved my Thursday workout to Friday? You know, and then eventually it just turns into like not hitting the gym on Friday. So now you're just working out Monday, Tuesday. And then if you lose one of those days, it sort of turns into something like, you just sort of like feel like, oh man, well, I screwed up the other times and I don't want to go anymore, you know? Like, I'm already behind. What's the point? What's the point, you know? So it builds into a snowball effect of where those compromises turn into you just giving up that piece of what you built. Because compromises typically come at the cost of what you built for comfort most of the time, right? You're trading in what you're building, what you're actively trying to do for comfort. You're trading in long-term gratification for comfort. And honestly, I'm obviously guilty of that. I feel like everybody's guilty of that, you know? And strength isn't when you do something that's hard when things are comfortable. I think that strength is when you do things that are hard when it's hard to do it, you know? I mean, yes, everybody loves to get 8 hours of sleep, right? Everybody loves to get 8 hours of sleep, and then, you know, with that 8 hours of sleep, maybe you feel like, you know what, I can train, I can go walk, I can do all this stuff. But what happens on the first night that you get like 6.5 hours of sleep? That's obviously a lot less sleep than you've been getting. So are you still gonna get up and train, or you be like, nah, I don't feel like it this morning, you know? Because I know which one I've been recently. I know who I've been recently. This morning, I was like, dang, man, I wanted to wake up at 5:30. I woke up at 6:30 instead. Maybe I should just skip the walk. Nah. I told myself last night I wanted to get up and walk this morning. I woke up an hour late because I went to bed a little bit later than I was expecting to. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna get up and do the walk. So here I am doing the walk, you know? Because I did have a small compromise this morning of waking up an hour later than I wanted to, but at the end of the day, you know, I still did want to do the walk. So the compromise, I didn't let the compromise continue to build into, okay, well, I'm just not gonna do the walk today, because I had the time. Trust me, I had the time to do the walk this morning, and I almost didn't do it because I didn't want to. I was tired. I got like 6 hours of sleep this morning, man. Oh, 6.5 hours of sleep. Which, look, ideally, 7 to 8, 7 to 9, primo amounts. I couldn't say the last time I got 9 hours of sleep, but, you know, I don't think my body lets me get to 9 hours of sleep. I could go to bed at 10 p.m. and I'm gonna wake up at 6:30, you know? So, at the end of the day, compromises aren't the worst thing, right? If you're not on bodybuilding prep or something like that, and you do eat good 99% of the time, and out of 2 weeks, if you eat out once, you know, you go to In-N-Out one time, 2 times, maybe even 2 times, you know, especially if it's with like a family or a friend, man, get after it. You got it. That's okay, all right? Especially if you don't have like this overarching goal, you're not in prep for a bodybuilding show or something like that, and eating healthy isn't directly tied to you being successful at something in your life, then, you know, get after it, you know what I'm saying? But it's more like when, oh, sorry, I got distracted. I saw a car take a loud engine, you know, so I had to pop my head up. Anyways, yeah, like then eating out twice a day is probably fine, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not compromising too much on that factor. But as long as you don't let that shit grow into eating out 3, 4, 5 days of the week, you know, then you're good. I'm not saying you can't compromise. I'm not saying you can't be like, oh, you know, well, my buddies want to go out and eat, so let's go out and eat. What I'm saying is, don't let that snowball into you not completing your goals. Because although eating healthy isn't something directly tied to your achievements in life, as if you were a bodybuilder or something like that, it still probably ties. The reason you've been eating healthy is because you do have a goal to be eating healthier. So if you start giving up that goal because you're compromised, you're like, you know, well, I ate out Friday of last week. You know, what's a big deal if I eat out this Monday? And then I just don't feel like cooking on this Thursday. You know, you start getting away from the cooking thing, right? Because most people got to cook to eat healthy. Once you start getting away from that cooking aspect of it, then you start to give it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from personal experience because I cook every day. 3, 4, 5 times a day, you know? And so sometimes I just be tired, bro. I just do not want to wake up and cook. And trust me, if I had cereal in my pantry this past weekend, I would have eaten that shit, okay? I would have 100% eaten that cereal, okay? But I didn't have cereal, so I had to cook breakfast. So, yeah. But once, you know, those little compromises were turning into just not wanting to cook at all, you know, which I stopped doing the hard things when it got hard to do the hard things. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, hard things are pretty much never easy to do, but it's when you do the hard things, when it's not really conducive to do the hard things that make it hard. I feel like, you know. So, anyways, talking and walking video over. Damn, I didn't know I was talking for 11 minutes. I just be yapping sometimes. Anyways, long story short, TLDR. You know, compromises only kill good habits and good goals if you let them snowball into big compromises. But you got to remember, it all starts with little compromises. So if you can catch yourself with the little compromises, you can stop it from becoming a big compromise on everything that you do. So appreciate y'all for watching. Hope to see y'all next time.